Hey everybody, it's Jackie. Welcome back to my channel. It is May the 13th. It's a Thursday. And today I want to congratulate Angelica Nyqvist for hitting 100,000 subscribers. And she is a lover of fashion and colorful makeup. So if you want to see more color on your timeline, tune into Angelica's channel. So it was ironic. I've never tried anything from the brand Kaleidos. And I was on the fence about the Natasha Denona Circo Loco palette. I was able to dupe it from my ColourPop 9 pans. If you want to see that video, just check out my playlist. I spent $129, so I thought, well, what could I get in that same budget? So for $117, I decided to try Kaleidos, which is a brand out of China. They're based in Shanghai. And I really wanted to support Angelica Nyqvist, but I missed the initial launch of the Club Nebula palette. And they were doing a restock, and I noticed that the colors were kind of similar to some in Natasha Denona. The palette was $45, which I checked today, her anniversary day, and it's actually not available anymore. It is off the website. All that's left is the deck of cards. If you spend $100, they have free shipping to the United States. So, because I can't even imagine what shipping from China would be. So I went to look to see if there was anything else, and I decided to buy the Escape Pod eyeshadow palette as well, another 15-pan eyeshadow palette. And I picked up the some of the original Space Age highlighters. They had a 3-piece set for $30, so the total came to $117. Free shipping to the US and no sales tax. So for $117, I got a lot more than I would have even with the 20% Sephora discount off of Circo Loco. So without further ado, again, congratulations to Angelica Nyqvist. She's doing a live tonight on her Twitter. You can click onto the link to watch the celebration. And for me, this is the first Kaleidos makeup I've ever got. And ironically, it came in on her 100,000 subscriber, and she is the reason that I bought Kaleidos. This is my first Kaleidos package, and so it's basically a first impressions. I'm going to show you what I got. I did do a look today with the Club Nebula palette. It is a watermelon inspired. I just opened it up and started going, and I'm absolutely in love with this look. It's so pretty. I'll show you the shades that I used. And this is from Club Nebula. A plain brown box. I had no idea what it was. I saw that it was from Shanghai, so I knew it was my Kaleidos. So I have to give props where props are due. This is the best, safest packaging, bar none, I've ever seen. It even beats Beautylish packaging. So they know how to pack, and Ulta needs to watch this video to learn how to pack a box, because this is how you do eyeshadow. So anyways, when I opened it up, there is this tube bubble protector on the top. And although I only ordered the palette, I didn't order the deck of cards, and there was also a special box, and I forget what else was in the collection. But anyways, I think this box was supposed to be $15 because whatever else was in the collection, or maybe the deck of cards fit underneath here. But anyways, they sent me the box, which is really, really pretty, but I didn't pay for this. It's kind of a navy type of foiled, very, very beautiful packaging. It's magnetized, opens up, and again, this is a first impressions. There's the Club Nebula logo, and there's a piece of foam on top. And again, the palette is encased in a box, which is encased in foam all the way around. So this is very, very protective packaging, and shout out to Kaleidos for being the best in the business on the packaging. There's even this inside the box. Let me show you. There is another layer of bubble wrap between the two boxes. Plus, this is my box that has the Space Age highlighter set in it. And there's also wrapping on either side, several layers. And when you take this box out, there is more bubble wrap. So, I mean, I was really worried about buying eyeshadow that was coming from Shanghai because, you know, with COVID and the way the mail service is, and I didn't expect to get this in one piece, but I absolutely did, and I am beyond thrilled with the packaging and the products. So these again are the Space Age highlighter set, the 3-piece set, which we'll get to, but let me just show you the Club Nebula palette. And I know other people have this video up. I'm a Kaleidos newbie, so this is like first impressions. So once you take the palette out, it's in a box as well. And then there's another styrofoam insert, which is really good. It's really good quality styrofoam. It's kind of spongy. And then down here is the Escape Pod palette. And again, it's in another layer of foam. So that is some safe packaging, and everything did arrive intact. So I think if more companies shipped right the first time, there wouldn't be a second, third, fourth time. But anyways, let me just, I'm so happy that this is how I chose to do it instead of, I have reached my Natasha Denona saturation level. I don't think, I absolutely love duochrome. That was the last palette I bought from her. But anyways, I'm going to branch out and find some new things. But anyway, so this opens up, again, a matching blue package, and it's got shiny lettering on it. And this palette cover is so beautiful. It's kind of a raised holographic. It's kind of thick, but not as big as a Jeffree Star palette, but kind of, I mean, just beautiful packaging. It's got a really nice mirror in it and had a Kaleidos branded protective sleeve. And here is the eyeshadow palette. And I am actually really, at first, when I first looked at it, I thought it was a little bit muted, but actually I am actually liking deeper shades now. So, and this palette is sold out, so I guess maybe that was the last restock. Okay, so let's get into the swatches. Going across the top row left to right, we have Firefly, and it's a really pretty green topper. It's what I have in the inner corner in the front part of my eye. A mint green duochrome. 7 to 9, a Caribbean blue matte. Gravity, a sour apple chartreuse lime green matte. Then we have Queen of Blades, which is a dark green teal matte. And then last but not least, we have Void, which is a deep navy matte. And I really love these names associated with astronomy and space. Again, there's Firefly, which does look like a firefly light. 7 to 9, I'm not sure what that reference is, the Caribbean blue. Then we have Gravity, the lime, sour apple, chartreuse green matte. Queen of Blades, the deep green teal matte that I used for a liner. And then Void, the deepest navy blue. So those is your first top row. Next, your second row, we have, and I really love that this has 9 mattes and 6 of your metallic duochromes. You're My Only Hope, which I believe Princess Leia used to say. That is a lavender duochrome. It's a pink sparkle with a blue shift. Next to that, this is the best transition shade in the palette, Naru. It's a taupe matte with a hint of plum. Next to that, we have Astro, which is a royal blue multi-chrome. It has a glimmer of warm violet and teal sparkle. Next to that, we have Rock Hopper, which is a deep gray indigo matte. I find it to be like a plum matte. And then last but not least, we have Ceylon, which is like a dark, it's kind of an orchid purple matte. So that's your second row. And here is your second row swatched. Again, You're My Only Hope, the lavender duochrome. You can really see the sparkle. Next to that, Naru, the brown taupe, excellent transition shade. Then Astro, the blue sparkle. Rock Hopper, the indigo gray. I think of it as a plum matte. And then you have Ceylon, which is your dark plum matte, but it's kind of like an orchid purple to me. So those are your first 2 rows of Club Nebula. And you can see it's just It's way more than I expected. So glad I bought this. So happy with my first impression of Kaleidos. And then you have the last row swatched. Your first one across the bottom there is Celestial, which is a hot pink multi-chrome with fuchsia and gold shift. I was hoping that would be a little bit more opaque, but it's a little more sheer. It kind of reminds me of the NARS Orgasm shade. Very, very beautiful. Next, this shade Nova, it looks white, but you'll see it's got a really strong duochrome. So there is Celestial, and then here is Nova, which totally looks white in the pan, but is a very, very blue purple duochrome. Then next you have Samus, which is a peachy orange matte. Then you have Nebula, which is a rose gold red duochrome, pink sparkle with a copper shift. And then last of all, you have Red Giant, which is a brick red matte that has the Club Nebula Club stamped in it. And that's the only shade that had an embossment on it. But there is your last 5 shades swatched. Again, Celestial, Nova, Samus, Nebula, and Red Giant. So I really love it. I am pleasantly surprised, very blown away. And that is my first impressions of the Club Nebula palette. I can't wait to use it. I know I'll be able to get a lot of looks out of it. I know Angie always likes to have a dark matte, so it's not exactly what I thought Angie would make, because I thought there would be a little bit more blue, a little bit more of a, I know she likes orange, likes being a Cheeto. I guess that's her Cheeto color. I thought there'd be a black in here for sure. But anyways, very, very thrilled. And that is my first impression of Club Nebula. Now, the other palette that I bought, the Escape Pod, this packaging is beautiful. I am really, really happy with it. I think it's gorgeous. Very, very colorful. I know the Flower Punk is their latest and greatest, and it is sold out. But this is a really pretty foil. This is just beautiful. I just absolutely love this. The pink and the shades are just gorgeous. You have a lot of neons, lavenders, brights. I think this is going to be a perfect palette for summer. I'm so glad I picked it up. This is $42, where Club Nebula was $45. I can't wait to try the Escape Pod. And yes, very, very impressed. And then I picked up, and this has got its own box too. This is the Space Age Highlighter Trio. And then the packaging is just, it's really second to none. I'm just so blown away. And so you have your inside message about being bright. And then your 3 shades are also bubble wrapped. So let's see what we got. So first up, here's your packaging Space Age Highlighter. This one is in Mars Melter. And the Mars Melter is a peachy caramel with a magenta red glow. That sounds perfect for summer because it would be, and it's a tin packaging. Really, really pretty. And then again, more packaging, the foam. Let me see how to open it. Then it has another protective over it. Oh, and it's sealed. Okay. Well, I'll have to, it just looks kind of white. It doesn't look as dark as it sounded like, but probably, if I could open it, I could swatch it. Well, this is supposed to be about Angie. So the second one, Comet Catcher. That one is a fluorescent fuchsia with a peach veneer. Purple and green packaging. And this one's kind of rubberized. The other one was, excuse me, Tiger. Again with the foam. Now this one looks white too, so I guess I'm just gonna have to swatch these to see their true character. But that is Comet Catcher. And then last but not least, we have Star Surfer. It's a rosy champagne with silver undertone. So this is a pink. I just dropped it. If it wasn't broken before, it is now. Okay, so there's Star Surfer, and is in a pink rubberized box. And even though this is kind of like your traditional highlighter, even though I dropped it, it didn't break. So that is and I love this box. You have the pink with the dark. I can't wait to try this stuff. This is the most excited I've been for some makeup in a long time. The purple with the green. I love all this bright, beautiful, colorful makeup. Makeup on the bright side. Okay, so that's gonna do it for this one. My name is Jackie. Please like, subscribe, leave me a message. If you're a fan of Kaleidos, if you'd like to let me know what your favorites are or what you have in your collection, I'd be happy to know all about it, because I'm seeing more Kaleidos in my future. So let me tell you what I did for my eye look today, if I can remember, because when I opened up this palette, I was so inspired, because you could do a really pretty blue look, you could do a pretty green look, you could do peach, orange, red. There are so many choices. I'm so inspired. The only thing I saw to really use for a transition is this Narus color. So that's what I used. And then I used a little bit, I was gonna do a pink. I thought this shade would be a little bit more opaque, but it's more of a topper. So I did put that along the eyelid, and it mostly gave me sparkle and a little bit of pink. Then I used some of the Gravity in the front part, and then I used the Firefly in the corners. I wanted to use some of the Red Giant, so I've got that in the crease. And I just kept on piling on these colors. What else did I use? And, oh, I did try Nebula as well. But anyways, I just kind of went a little ham with it, and I used the Queen of Blades for my liner, the dark green, and I just winged it, and I'm so impressed, and it blended so easily that I'm not sorry I didn't buy Circo Locos. I am loving me some Kaleidos. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, y'all.